Hello everyone. This magnetism lecture ni na pen na. This lecture hi force part che bol den. Last lecture chu field part ke bol sai da chu na. So biot savar lo to ampere circuit lo bol sai den. Okay, so force magnetic force da. Chila jong hi force jong hi chi nium cho. Teacher formula niom na khatpen chu if a charge is moving inside a magnetic field, okay, cha chu force q v cross b hong ding apale moving conductor khat chu na if a conductor carrying a current, okay, so if it is placed inside magnetic field cha chu force de okay, first so moving charge, suppose hita hi magnetic field chana. So suppose let's say this is B, okay. Hotel asunga hi so I have a charge Q plus charge na. So Q hitin Q hi koi lo chun asunga hi force imacham lo le charge chunga hai na. But what you will observe is that has a charge pa hai, so when it starts moving with some velocity v, okay, if you give velocity to this charge, so what you will observe is that a path hai na, you will see that it starts deviating. Okay, hechi ibola ke deviate ham na, a path hi actually magnetic field hi le charge with velocity v chu ta hi jang ke achir chu na ta hi a hi wanga chu in presence of magnetic field chu a path chu ta bang ham tele hita hi koi ta chu. So which means there is some type of force which is acting like this. Okay, this magnetic field, magnetic force hong pin do dan na. Ale heche force so derivation of imasa ball poten na. Iti hong podo ham tele. So here the force is given by Q into V cross B. Si formula na bahad dio. So V cross B. Again, like cross product kit na. Last lecture direction of cross product. Right hand thumb rule papa na it's a pen like apply ke thai cha. Okay, so you can write this as qvb sin theta jong ji thai na hilaya theta he biham. So this is angle between first vector to second vector na, so which is v and b. Okay, magnetic force when a charge is moving with velocity v inside magnetic field B. Okay. Suppose na hadang theory ahead bedi chu imacham no. So formula by my head vilang. So you try to understand this one. So a charge Q moving like this, it will get deviated like this. Aji chu V cross B chu ha. So first vector chu chi chu na. Take your right hand, follow the first vector. Abana face your palm towards the second vector, so inward na. So if you curled, so the thumb will be pointing along this side. Okay, V cross B bol na la hai. So that means force is acting along this side. Chizi achu butang hitia charge chipa chu hilangana shot vale ita he koi ta chu. Okay, starts getting deviated na. Okay, formula is a direction of force. Let's solve one question. Magnetic field ke pina la hai. So B is given as 4 into 10 power minus 3 K cap. Okay, exert a force. Force ke pi chu la hai. 4I plus 3J into 10 power minus 10. Okay, Newton na. On a particle having charge on KP 1 into 10 power minus 9 coulomb. Going in xy plane na, find the velocity. It's x tilden, it's y tilden. This is z na. Magnetic field so magnetic field so k cap. So this is B. Okay. Ale charge so xy plane na. So let's say the charge is moving something like this. Q. So V. Okay. Atile formula chapitam. So force is equals to Q into V cross B. Okay. Chila chu force ipyam. So 4I plus 3J. Banachu into 10 power minus 10 should be equals to Q to 10 power minus 9 na. Banachu V cross B to 4 into 10 power minus 3K. Okay. Got soft lesson. Hilanga hi minus 1 ohm na la hi. So 4I plus 3J should be equals to V okay, we can do one thing here. Chila hi vilachun V xy plane achi tichuna na chi. So that means I can write something like this. So V is xi plus y into z. Okay. So cross 4 into 10 power hila minus 1 to hin hila hi minus 2. So you'll have minus 2 k cap. Okay, 4I plus 3z should be equals to cross product bolauchun. The cross product basic ke bolje tiki bolje ta. So I z k na. So I cross z chu bidha k na. Z cross k chu I, k cross I chu z. Okay, so like that. Z cross k chu I, k cross I chu z. Okay, reverse hana chiavale. So I cross k is minus z. Okay, k cross z chu minus I, but z cross I chu minus k. So let's apply that here. Tile x to hechi cross product bolajana. So I cross k chu pita. I cross k chu minus z. So that means minus 4x into 10 power minus 2 to z cap na. So plus z cross k chu pita. So chito inchi multiply bolajana. So if you open the bracket, chito inchi ki multiply ding, so inchi ki multiply na. So 4y into z cross k chu plus I. So 4y into 10 power minus 2 I cap. Okay, or 4I plus 3z should be equals to 4y into 10 power minus 2I minus 4x into 10 power minus 2z. To I compare to that. I cap to I cap hike bangde na. Z cap to Z cap pa hike bangde. Okay. As so equal to sila he na. So tile, so 4 is equals to 4y into 10 power minus 2. I to I pa hike kom na la. So 4 gets cancelled out. Y to 100. Okay, next x to x compare legend. So 3 is equals to minus 4x into 10 power minus 2. So x will be 300 by 4 na. So minus 300 by 4. So which is 75 to x. Okay. Velocity to pita. Velocity to x I cap plus y z cap ila uchura na jala here. So put the values. So v is equals to x to minus 75 I plus 100 z meter per second. Okay, so this is your velocity na. Atile chilai theory part ahe na thilkhat ne head lai du chum. Chilai plus charge kila le direction to ham chuna. It gets deflected like that. Khutile minus charge le leuchun ipitiram. If minus charge is given velocity in this direction. Okay. A path to tabang diha. To chilai ne dekho you have to put this along with sign. Okay. To hin example so negative charge ne na force to pidha. So minus q into v cross b. Okay. To v cross b direction cho hilang ha. V cross b direction cho chi chola na chi. So this is the direction. Ahi wanga cho charge negative ong hela chun hila minus sign om da cho. Vector minus ke ti chu opposite ti nai cho. Okay. So that means opposite to this. So that means force will act in the opposite direction. Second case ahi force langam na kutil apart chito bang de. So it goes like this. Positive to negative charge in I affect dan na magnitude of nature of charge and I affect dan so. Positive elachon its direction is along V cross B. Negative elachon opposite to V cross B. Ajo minus na lai. Okay, chipen chu head na. Okay, next part. Motion of a charge inside magnetic field. To hichalaya derivation involved tabang na. Suppose I have magnetic field. Cross keti hi magnetic field inwards din ay so hichalaya. So like this. Suppose a charge is given velocity v. A path here na atung ken ga draw lechon ito bang de hala. It goes like this. Goes like this. Full circle. Ajichu tang. So when hilaya umpera hai na example A B C D ka diute. A B C D diute. Ale point A na hi force yu lang ha. So V cross B. V B chu inward na. So V cross B chu achung langa right hand thumb rule mang ta all line. So here force will be along this side. So point B na ko velocity. So here V is along the side. Okay. Kutela V cross B chu towards left. Na chita banga chu C adang ko velocity. So at point C V is along the side. Okay. Aji chu circular para chu velocity direction chu along the tangent na hingai chu. Na. So therefore V is along the side. Force chu it will be along the side. Similarly at point D also V chu chilangam ding. Okay. Bana force chu hirangam de. Kutil hechi paten velocity part his circular path chulana. So for any object to perform a circular motion, there must be a centrifugal centripetal force ite chuna circular motion ason. Kutil helaya magnetic force pa hai na. So this is your centripetal force. Okay. So here magnetic force is the centripetal force. Hichi hi aum ja circular path hi possible so. Okay. Hotele hichi concept ba question ki dong na radius ki dong si beto. So let's say radius of the circular part is let's say r tu na. Hotele at any point chalai point B hi ka beta. So point B na hi velocity V hi chalanga chi chula na chi. So motion is vertical tiute na. Ale vailanga pimam centripetal force na so magnetic force ma. Ale so with respect to this particle, okay. So the particle will experience centrifugal force. So the force pa na kutele so that I can write as mv square divided by r. Hichi circular motion okay perform the zau sia chuna for in any circular motion mv square by r hi om te tengai cho. Okay. Kutele overall motion chu chilang hi chala na. Kutele hilang side a hi net motion lo chu hilang hi kha cha lo na. So which means chiteni hi na. So these two forces are equal in opposite direction. So I can equate them, okay? Equate bolo chun. So F is equals to mv square by r. Force of Q into VB sin theta chala na. Hila hi velocity V hilanga chia B to inward hesa khutele perpendicular chala na mani hi. So sin 90 is 1. Khutele sin 90 chuka 0 ta cho. So mv square by r. So VB gets cancelled out. R to so mv by QB. So this is the radius of the circular path. Radius hi head wale na. So time period ho dong thai cho. Suppose time period tu alai. Time period so circular path hilachon distance by speed na. So time period so pitina ha. If you start from B, you come back to B na. So one complete circle china time taken pa na so time period in. So that means 2 pi r divided by v. Distance by speed, just time चले ना. So 2 pi into r जो पे हम mv by qb. So divided by v. So vv gets cancelled out. So 2 pi m divided by qb. Okay. Just time period. About frequency की दो खाला चुन frequency जो reciprocal of time period चला ना. खुद ले frequency जो qb by 2 pi m है दिया. Okay then. तो ही masa pena जो ची पता. ची radius of circular path चला ना. So question acho they can give you in terms of kinetic energy ahilole in terms of potential ajong ke pitai cho. Okay, let's see. Tacho I have r is equals to mv by qb. Okay. I want here from kinetic energy so piham half mv square chola na. So here I can write v square equals to 2k by m. Ahilole v2 piham so 2k by m under root. Tun hechipa hai na. So put it here. So radius of yung podo diham so m by qb into root over 2k by m. Okay. So here I have 1 by qb. M pa ko lalu lechon m squared is na. So 2k by m. So mm gets cancelled out. So finally radius is equals to so 2mk under root by qb. Okay. It's here in terms of kinetic energy na. So then abale it's q chu na in terms of potential ajong kitong so potential difference na. Ehon here so pham so energy chu so q into v chula na. So in place of u I can write q into v. Hila hi potential energy no so electron size ho hai na. So electrons protons ke tewa hi energy hi kinetic energy bo so. So that means radius will become so 2m into q into v divided by q into b. Song here tao aman chu itipal ke bang ni ham question chu kinetic energy ong ki mention ala na he formula na man dio question chu potential difference ong ki mention ala chun he na man dio ania ki mention lo le sipan here. Okay, athoma here rungai chu. Okay, then let's solve questions. Which of the following particles will experience maximum magnetic force? Magnitude both on la. So when projected with the same velocity, perpendicular to magnetic field. Kuti elahi kinetic energy potential imazaki benson law pusula na. So it is something like this. Hitahi magnetic field region umcha. So hilahi the particle hi na. So it is projected inwards like this. So with velocity v tivde. Question so maximum force at each na. What the force all this? Force so q into vb. Hilahi v lang asia b to inward hila angle they are perpendicular na. Hotela sin 91. So your force is qvb. So that means b2 constant acho. V zong hi atom alia ke bang na. Only difference is charge. So you have to see the charge. Electron charge so piham negative chala na. So negative e tivda. Proton so piham positive e na. Helium plus hila. So plus charge kalam se na la here. So here you have plus charge. So that means let's say plus e. Lithium ako plus 2e. Okay. Electron acho minus e. Proton acho plus e. Helium plus ahe plus e. Lithium plus kiti cho 2e na. Plus kiti cho proton tine ching chula na. Ale helai la heta. Force heta. Force pa chu charge abo ki depends na. Aji cho v chu alia ding like bang so. B zong hi ki bang na. So that means the one which have the maximum charge will be experiencing the most force. Kutil hoi pen ha lithium plus 2 na. Aji charge 2 times sula. Okay. So the force will be F equals to 2E into V into B. Electron pa force is at ha. F is equals to E into V into B na. Aji magnitude both is sign ke pulawa na. Proton pa hela. So E into V into B mama na. Helium plus pa he E into V into B mama na. Ibang lithium pla he 2E into V into B. Okay, so it will experience the maximum force. Next, which of the following particle will describe the smallest circle? Tichu, radius is the least. Minimum radius atichu. When projected with same velocity perpendicular to a magnetic field. Na. HAT bolke deuham. So radius chupita mv by qb. Okay. Hodile magnetic field chu kibang so kena bon va vision kibang mass kibang low q kibang low. Hodile m by q ratio pa ho longai ta chu. M by q ratio hlom pen chu a radius zong hlom de na. Electron chu minus e, proton chu plus e, helium plus chu plus e, lithium plus zong chu plus e. Hechi hi a charge ta chu. Iba mass chu pe ha. Try to rewrite here. Electron chu, we have electron, proton, so it's plus na. Helium chu pe ha. Helium 4 2 chu na lang pia ko. Hilai plus sakitil chun 1 proton excess tin chu. Plus ko inga lai. Lithium ko hydrogen, helium, lithium. So isotope ke bang lo jana. So let's say 6 diute na. Neutron thumom diute. Tang electron ahi mass of electron chu chibo se jing na electron kha bosiam. Ane proton ahi tang proton khat neutron kha jong chu na. So here mass of proton proton ahi hydrogen isotope ko pe ha. So proton hisa deuterium hisa apana khalom na chole na. So here this means that there is one neutron plus one proton tin cho. Eba hisa chila hi so one proton. Okay. So mass of proton tip na la hi. Abana cho helium acha ppm ham hisi beta. So 2 neutron plus 2 proton. Okay. So mass of proton 2 times plus mass of neutron plus electron or mass on la chun kya be na la hi. Abana lithium a beta. So 3 neutron plus 3 proton tin chole na. So 3 into mass of proton plus 3 into mass of neutron plus electron ho mass on na. Mass ki ha be de so. Tang chika zina chu veleu chun charge ki bangso ke cho bon wa. Magnitude pa hai na e ngen chang cho. Ai ba a difference pa chu beta mass pa hai. Okay. Heche numerator am chula na. So mass ali chana chu radius jong lin ni tin chu. So which means chipa hai tang. So this is the maximum na mass acho. So 3 times abana chu 2 times na. Abana head chu mass of electron chu pe ha 9.1 into 10 power minus 31 kg chula na. Abana mass of proton chu pe ham so 1.67 into 10 power minus 27 kg. So which means mass of electron is much smaller than mass of proton. Okay. Kutel mass velocity electron as a home pen chula na. So that means the radius will also be the least. Okay. So answer chu piham electron ana. Aji chu batang mv by qb a chu v chu ki bangso ke chona bon ba b jong ki bangso ke abana helai a charge ga aji wala chun a charge jong ki bangso ke chona na i ngen chang plus minus la lawa magnitude whole wala chona. So that means only variation is the mass. Mass neo pen chu radius jong neo pen de. If it was electron as well, pen na. Okay, so electron is the answer. Okay, one more. Which of the following will have the minimum frequency? Okay, revolution when projected with the same velocity in the magnetic field. Hutele tang azo time period chu piham 2 pi m by qb. Okay, hutele frequency chu piham 1 by time period chu qb by 2 pi m. Okay. Ale veleu chun electron chu e ta chole na. Proton chu e plus. Has e plus ong chu plus e na. So minus e plus e plus e. Lithium plus ong chu plus e. Okay. Kutel charge ong ke bang so ke na bon ba he. So charge ke bang magnetic field ong ke bang 2 pi is constant. So that means mass. Okay. Kutel mass chun denominator am chala na. So that means mass least pen chu frequency maximum de. Mass lin pen chu frequency minimum de. Okay. Kute helai minimum do chala na. Kute le azo chu mass lin pen chu piha lithium pa he na. So therefore here lithium is the answer. Mass lin pen na hi ja chu frequency neo pen de na. Okay, hecho he HEVMA objective 1 cho objective 1 ko na solve te dio so JEE exam hi lang NEET exam hi jong le NCR HEVMA objective 1 pa ko na HEVMA ko na solve te ta okay then next part to hi alpha particle to proton to deuterium ki pichula na la him so they have the same kinetic energy. So hi question ahi kinetic energy ki mention ta so na. So are projected into a region of constant magnetic field. Compare the ratio of their radii. Chalai thikha ne so khachu alpha particle na chipen hi piham helium atom tine so. Abana so proton na proton so pitam H plus. Bana so deuterium. Deuterium so piha hydrogen 2 1. Hydrogen isotope tham ko na proton deuterium to tritium na to exam a lang piang ko dol chen hi cho thomi ke dong ji cho khotele achila hi deuterium a hena tangchi hi chi pi de na ha so 1 neutron plus 1 proton de ne cho okay abale he du chu mass of proton to khun mass of neutron who they are approximately equal. You have to assume to be equal. Okay, bangal ado chala hai na. So let's assume. Kutele tang hydrogen deuterium hai. So 1 neutron plus 1 proton am chala na. So M plus M will be 2M. Okay. So mass of deuterium chu. So here 2M. Charge should be ham proton khat chala na. Neutron chu neutral chala. So therefore charge is let's say Q. Proton khat na. So proton hai vela chun EPM hala here. So proton is 1 1 teenager. So that means you have only one proton, no neutron. Na. So therefore mass is M, charge to Q. Proton khan na. Ale helium I have the alpha particle I 4. So 2 neutron plus 2 proton. Na. So 2M plus 2M to 4M. Mass to 4M. Charge to piham proton neum na. So 2Q. Hilahi electron ki consider lauta cho. As it was even so mass of electron so it is much smaller than proton. Okay. So you use this one. We'll use for comparison. Compare the radii na. Formula zapita R is root over 2mk by qb. Question I have a so kinetic energy ki bang so kena thompa. So magnetic fields on ki bang. As so they are going into the region of magnetic field na. So that means mass and charge are different. So which we will see it from here. Mas penso R of alpha particle so root over 2 into mass of 4m na into k divided by so charge to 2q into b. So 4 pahe 4m 4 pahe polang podolation 2. So root over 2mk divided by 2 into q into b. 2 cancel out. So root over 2mk divided by qb. Okay, so here alpha particle per radius na. Banas alpha radius of proton. So root over 2 into mass so m na. K charge on to q so qb. Okay, so proton has a banacho deuterium. So root over 2 into mass to 2m into k divided by charge to qb. So this means that this is root 2 into root over 2mk by qb. It's why individual radius is na. So now let's compare compare to ratio na. So ratio to R alpha is to R proton is to R deuterium. So root over 2mk by qb is to alpha na. Bana proton ako root over 2mk divided by qb mama na. Bana chu deuterium acho so root 2 into root over 2mk divided by qb. So common term cancel out. Final answer cho piham 1:1 root 2. Okay. To chu batang radius khat akipi alachun khaten in hol theo ta chu. Okay. Example hechi alpha particle pa radius cho 5 cm kipi ale proton pa chu de ha kibang na. So 5 cm. Deuterium pa chu 5 root 2 cm. Okay. Okay, one more. Take a ball na. I'm taking the same particle, okay? I want the same potential katichuna lai he. Question chu in terms of potential difference ang kepi alachun formula chu khatpa chu 2m into q into v by qb. Chipai naman dio. So hilai r of alpha jat ham. So root over 2 into mass of 4m chuna jo into q into v. Q chu piham so 2q into v. Tachila he charge to 2q is a mass of 4m na depends on the put dio. Okay, alpha particle also. So divided by charge to 2q into b. To solve lesson. So 4m apa hong podo lesson 2. So root 2. So root over 2m qv divided by 2qb. Okay, 2 gets cancelled out. So I have root 2 into root over 2m qv by qb. Now this is alpha is a proton. So root over 2m into q into v divided by q into b. Proton has a mass m is a charge q na. But a deuterium chula. So root over 2 into mass 2m na charge q into v. So divided by so charge q into b. So here I will have root 2 into root over 2mqv divided by qb. Okay, so individual radius ta cho. Question acho same potential on kp alachun na. So potential ke bangso ke na la. Okay, ratios are the terms rp is to rd. Sila he root 2 into root over 2mqvb qv by q into b is to root over 2mqv by qb is to root 2 into root over 2mqv by qb. Okay, so same term, so ratio ki cancel zina la. So finally ratio is root 2 is to 1 is to root 2. Okay, question chumchuma formula apply dan so here thim na ding wa na he chi kan sim thu za question oi. Question is same potential katile is formula na mandio. Potential ang ki mention pot phale na. Kinetic energy ki mention lechun jita for chipai na mandio. Okay. Chiten la khat cha ki mention lo le khat pa so mv by qb pa so na chipen na bol dio. Okay, next ionized hydrogen atoms ti chu pi ha chi h plus ti ne lo na and alpha particle ti chu helium. Okay. With the same momenta enters perpendicular to a constant magnetic field, the ratio of the radii. Tang radius formula r equals to mv by qb na. Hila mv hi piham chi momentum chula na. Ko sanjan pidam momentum ki banga ti na cho. So that means these two is same for both of them na. Ki bang lo chu piham chi q. Ko te charge pa ki bang lo chula na. Azo azo betang ibol ba cho. Alpha particle charge to 2q is a proton pa charge to q chula na. So that is the only difference. So he pa he 2q hong ding proton pa to q. So that means r of hydrogen to so mv by qb. Okay. I know that p by qb ni na. R of alpha to piham p by 2q into b. Ratio bolta divide bolachon. So RH divided by R alpha. So P by QB divided by P by 2QB. So P divided by QB, P divided by 2QB. So everything gets cancelled out. I have 2 by 1. Okay. Answer 2 is to 1. Hita hi azo particle thum ka pi ho chala na. He chola chu they can take any two or they can take all the three. Nah? So and ask you comparison. Okay. Next one. If oxygen O2 minus and hydrogen ion it's plus na enters normal to magnetic field with equal momentum kibang na chi. Then the path of O2 is smaller ticho. Kutil radius I hold it yung na la he. Utang charge of electron to charge of proton kibang cho. Nature kibala wang cho na magnitude of charge kibang cho. If I say proton cho plus q ko ti ala chon oxygen negative to electron to minus q tin cho. But magnitude wise both of them are qq. Okay. Chija chu hydrogen pa charge q hile chon tang plus khat bo se chola na la minus negative chu electron nium tin cho. The charge is 2q. Momentum ki bang ti chola na. So azo ta bang chu mv by qb. So radius depends on q. If q is more, radius is less. Aji chu q chu denominator ahom na. So if you see here, charge of oxygen is more, so the denominator is more, so overall value is less. Kutil oxygen pa radius chu new na. So here is it is smaller, so it is correct. Bana chu a proton with the same linear momenta as electron to proton compare na will form a path smaller radius on entering the magnetic field. Kutil tuhin electron labi leuchun electron path charge on q chula na nature path ki bang lauti thu hizam. Kutil q hilachun a radius on ki bang lecho. So radius of proton should be equals to radius of electron. Hilai pitia tang momentum ke balachun charge bo se chula na ke bang laucho. Eba charge on ke balachun radius on ki bang letin lecho. So here it says smaller, so this is wrong. It would be same, okay? So assertion is correct, but R is wrong. Okay, first part, I think, last question. Infinite long straight conductor carries a current of 5. It's a current, okay. An electron moving with speed kipina, parallel to the conductor, and the perpendicular distance between electron and conductor is 20 centimeter. Calculate the magnitude of force experienced by the electron at that instant. Tang hisi kakwena hitai wire hong malachon last lecture achu direction of magnetic fields I bolo na. So grip rule pacho. So you take your right hand, you grab this one, grab lechon. So here electron will be entering and on this side, it will be coming out on this side. So something like this. Magnetic field so na. Electron umnalang side hevilachon magnetic field is coming out of the plane na. So I can rewrite like this. Dot ho hi magnetic field tinacho out of the plane na. Magnetic field here due to this wire chula na. A formula sa pitam mu naught into I by 2 pi d chula na. Infinite wire pacho. So put the values. So 4 pi into 10 power minus 7 current to 5 divided by 2 pi into d to piha. So electron to wire para 20 centimeter gamla chula na. So in meter means 10 power minus 2. So you solve this one. So 2 are 4, 2, 10 are 20. So minus 2 minus 5. So 5 by 10 into 10 power minus 5. Or, so 5 into 10 power minus 6 Tesla. Okay, so magnetic field. Question force ado na. So force is what? Q into VB into sine theta. Sine theta so velachon V chu chalangam za magnetic fields out of the plane, so they are perpendicular. Na V to B to perpendicular chala. So sine 90 is 1. So charge should be lahi electron chala na. Charge to 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 into V to be 10 power 5. B to be 5 into 10 power minus 6. To solve that. So 1.6 into 5 into 10 power is that the Chito hinchi hi minus 25. So minus 25 plus 5 means minus 20. So minus 20. So 5, 6 are 30. 5 minus 5, 6, 7, 8 into 10 power minus 20 Newton. Okay, second option. Okay. Magnetic force due to current carrying conductor. Also tang charge hachu magnetic field sunga ahung kitol phala na. So when it moves inside magnetic field, force to Q into V cross B. So charge it alone. If you have wire hum na, so any conductor when it is placed inside magnetic field, okay, let's write like this. Hita hi magnetic field omcha. Okay, so something like this. So let's say BT utin to chilai wire kharam ta cha. Okay, wire ahi itin wire ya chang koi lo chana imachati hi beta. But when current starts flowing, I, so wire pa length, so let's say this is L. Na could it's a wire in force ahin experience kerta cha. Okay, again that force is given by F is equals to I into L cross B. Derivation ni maka bolo dio ajo chi competitive exam ma ke prepare ne usana formula mandan baw ne hadio. Chirain hadio chu L pa he pe ha length of conductor chula na che. Okay, meaning chum kha jaum sa che jo pa kan sai chu. Like to he che case a hi length of wire hi L hi la chun he chalaya formula L pa hai na length of the wire ta ila theu chu. Okay, ale apoi mo chu to hi force direction pa apoi mo chu. Again you have L cross B. Okay, so first vector to L, second vector to B. So note that here L is along current by savan lo ta banga chola na khute lai vela chun. So L chu hilanga chi chu. So this is L, B chu piham inwards. So L cross B chu pi de ha, so towards the left side. Right hand thumb rule apply tao. So that means the force acting on this wire is towards the left side. Okay, F. Okay, so it's here I into LB into sin theta jong ni theu chu. Cross product chola na lai. Okay, and now one more thing. Suppose zol kan hai mil kha la na. So okay, let's try to do in the form of a question. Example tuta hita hi magnetic field omcha. Okay, so if I have a semicircular na lai current chi chu. So he formula he straight both side ke mang hello cha. You can also apply it in loop na cho ha part of a loop pa khom. Suppose let's say radius to R2 te na kutile achunga force he na, force acting on this semicircular part he is are them. To chalai length of conductor katipa hai na. So now I'm going to modify this. So the modification is, so here L is the net displacement between A and B. A chu piham, so chi A hela chun, chi B hela chun. A to B ka net displacement pa hai na. To chu L hi chu ala hai. So chu mel chi le chun. To chu batang hela example hai semi circle chola na. So let's say point A chu chala hi point B. A to B ki ti chu wire ke pan na to ke chaina chu ti nei chu. Ala A B ya displacement hi jar hala hai. So this is the displacement. So that means 2R. Okay, hotele force chu pidham I into L into B. So this is the force. Okay. Let's solve one question. A wire carrying a current I along the positive x-axis has length L. Magnetic field kipina. So what is the magnitude of force? Direct formula application. So force of I into L cross B. So current hi lang tha positive x ati chura na. So which means I cap. So that means L is what? L I cap. Okay. B2 PM, B2 2I plus 3J minus 4K. Current that current to I na I. So okay, force PM I into so L I cap cross B2 PM 2I plus 3J minus 4K. Okay. Cross product na bolti tasla hai. So I into L into zoka sepen so I J K na I cross J to plus K, J cross K to plus I, K cross I to plus J na I cross K to minus J, K cross J to minus I, J cross I to minus K. Pen head you Kutile ama sapena hi I cross I to 0. J cross J to 0, K cross K to 0 na. So that means first part is 0 plus I cross J to plus K na. So that means 3K minus. So I cross K to minus J minus 4J. As you L pa hi kala ta so. Okay. So finally I into L into so 4J plus 3K. This force vector aso na. Question chun pido ham magnitude ado so. Magnitude chuti ki bol deta. Suppose I have a vector x bar is 2I plus 3J plus 4K chula na. Magnitude of x to pede ha. So root over 2 square plus 3 square plus 4 square. Okay. So to apply bol chun. So mod of f, magnitude of f, IL, so 4 square plus 3 square under root. So that 5 chula. So 5I into L. Okay, option B. Okay, next. A long straight wire of length 2, mass 250 is suspended horizontally in a uniform magnetic field of 0.7. Then the amount of current flowing through the wire will be. So let's say magnetic field is like this. Horizontal kiti sana. Ale wire to time cho na wire. Wire hin mass ane cho. So this is 250 gram. Kutil a weight dito na cho. So the weight is, let's say, ano lang ay na. So weight to mg. So 250 into in terms of kg acho by 1000 chula na into z to 10. Hachi weight is a weight and kaiso ding. Eventually have suspended at chula na. It is in equilibrium. Okay. To hin magnetic field zawren halaw chun wire pai hisu cho. Hachi vertical so Japan vertical plane. Hachi la chung lang upward downward na. Magnetic field along the horizontal so into the plane na. Ale force due to current umchana wire ahe. So current so let's say zakepia kidong chula na question so I hold audio so ILB is I chulanga ma B2 inward has a L cross B2 upward na force is upward. It's a force hin weight by a balance so that is why it is in horizontal. Okay. It's that force by here I into length to 2 into B 0.7 ILB na. So that means 2 7 and 14 1.4 into I. Wire pa to suspend ala chun. So these two are same equal. So 0 0 0 0 5 5 5 25 5 2 are 10. Fraction in quite na. So example chepa dong here 14 by 10 I 2 7 and 14 to 5 are 10. Force to weight a kibalachun, I can just equate them. 7I by 5 is equals to so 5 by 2. So I is equals to 25 divided by 14. So approximately 1 point is that there. So 25, 14, 1, 14, 9.0, 74, 28, 77, 89. Dilo na. 1 point. So this is not 9, this is 11th. So 7th, 14 into 1 dana. So 0.07, 428, 77, 89. So 1.7. Okay. Okay, chilai he diu chu answer hi vela chun 1.75 charang polo le chu. Aji chu kin chilai z hi 10 kala chula na. If you want, you can take z as 9.8. You'll get the exact value. Okay. Okay, next one. Current of 2 ampere enters a corner of D of a square frame ABCD na. Side to 20 centimeter. Square hai so. Okay bang. Leaves at the opposite corner B. Magnetic field B here 0.1 Tesla. Exists in space in direction perpendicular to the plane. So find the magnitude direction of forces on the sides. Current hit is here. So like this. Like current pa hi iti hung distribute diha. To him velocity tang. So this one part of the wire I can consider as one resistance. So another part I can consider as one resistance. So tabang sa lang khalang ten yung hi consider lang na. So di chu chalay hamza. I will have here one resistance. I have C, one resistance, and I have B. Another one is chilayama A halayama bana B na. Had you chilaya he square frame hozong he identical hechobon makibang na. So if I say RR, RR. So current of 2 ampere is coming. Hechivela chunchi 2R na. So here also 2R. 2 in chiteni kibang lo hela chun ratio imanfa I1 I2 I hold so. Hilang current zaludam I hold na. I basa to he chila he kibang chula na. So that means this current will be split into 2 equal. Dito hilang ahi 1 ampere seeding, hilang ahi 1 ampere seeding. Okay, so 1 ampere, 1 ampere. Okay then, force on DC. ILB chula na formula cho. I chupiam 1, L chuzat ham 20 centimeter into B chuzat ham 0.1. So you'll have 2 into 10 power minus 2 Newton. Direction hui lang ha. So L cross B apply lechon. L to along the current, B to our direction. So L cross B will be downwards. So here force is downwards. Downwards to okay minus Z ga tiyo na. Like it in X Y to lao te. So X to chilang lao ten, Y to chilang lao ten na. So Z to out of the plane. Negative y axis to minus z cap put. So next is force on CB. So I to kibang na 1 into L to 10 power minus 2 into B zong to kibang na. So this is 2 into 10 power minus 2. Direction hui lang ha. So L cross B, it will be along this side minus I. So minus I cap. So similarly F DA. So I to 1, 2 in 20 10 power minus 2 into magnetic field 0.1 na. Again 2 into 10 power minus 2 Newton. Direction so hilang ham. Current chilang si so L hilang ham. B is outward. So L cross B will be along this side na. L cross B towards the left side. So minus I cap. Abana force on AB. So again 1 into 20 into 10 power minus 2 into B to 0.1. It's here 2 into 10 power minus 2. So Newton. Kutit hilanga hi AB hi L2 hilanga china. So L cross B. So L cross B will be downwards. Okay, so here force is along this side, force is along this side, force is along this side. Magnitude and direction of forces on four sides at isola na. Chum suma hol dis ha. Chachu isi ta answer. Chum suma hol wala na. Net force samko tilajun you can just add all of them na bon ba here. Okay, bana. So last one na. ILBT ya. A rigid wire consists of a semicircular portion of radius r. चलिए part है ना, चाहिए radius r. Two straight sections. The wire is partially immersed in magnetic field के बिना लाए हैं. So B is given as B naught K cap. The magnetic force on the wire if it has current I. So net force के दोंग जाना. So similarly, you have to break down this into three. Hice pa chalai khat, lapat lai khat, lapat lai khat. Okay. Tang hice suppose hice hilang part hai beta, se pa hai. Force direction hui lang ha. So L is along this side. L cross B, force is along this side. Okay. To khat pa version L cross B boleh chun again L is along this side. L cross B will be towards this side force. Hijite ni ka soft lo licho. Ajo semi finite wire hichola na je ni ai. So the force on it will be same and they are equal and opposite direction. So they will get cancel out. Okay. Remaining jo chala circular part here. Okay. Circular part ajo ka bolda chola na. So I have a circular part like this. So there is magnetic field. So radius is r, current chopiham current I na. So I have 2 points A, B, T lewhan. So what is the net force on this part? So net force chopiha I into L cross B formula hai na. L pa hai piham net displacement chla na. So what is the net displacement here? So again this is 2r. So therefore the force will be I into L2 2r into B. Na, so that means 2 into I into R into B. Direction jo lang ha. Force pa hai. So here, there is one way of writing. I have to write like this. A para B ka chichula na. Current ko vela chun. Current ko A para B chichula. So therefore, this L direction is along this side from A to B. Okay. So that means this is your L. So B is outward. So L cross B apply legend, it will be downwards. So which means minus Z cap. So minus Z cap. Okay, last one. Okay, next, force between two parallel wires. Okay, let's start by this one. Example. Suppose I have infinite wire. Current here, let's say I want to tena la hai. Kutele hechi wire ako na hi magnetic field direction hi pita. Last lecture I said that na. You grab the wire, so your fingers will curl along the magnetic field. Kutele hela hi, it is like this. So right side I hi magnetic field to inwards na. So vailang hi magnetic field is outward, coming out. Suppose I have a small wire here, same current I2 tilde. Length to L tilde na. What is the force experienced by this small wire? AB tilde. Force experienced by this small wire to, so I into L into B chula na. Hilai B hi piam, B is due to 1. Aji magnetic field pa hai na. So on the right side, magnetic field will be inward. Okay. Hechi wire AB pa hi, alin pa magnetic field sunga hi umcho. So therefore, hechi magnetic field pa hi, so it is due to the first wire. Okay. So I write here B1. Is that I2 into L into B1 so piha. Mu naught into I1 divided by 2 pi into separation. So let's say D. Then 2 pi D. Magnetic field due to straight wire. Last lecture I ball pa na. It depends to apply to ala hai. Kutile zat diham. So mu naught into I1 I2 into L divided by 2 pi D. So this is the force experienced by AB. Okay. Force direction hi lang ha. So L cross B. So L2 along the current na. So that means L is along this side. B2 inward is a. So L cross B will be towards the left side. So therefore, force is towards the left side. So that means it is attractive in nature, na. So the small wire will be attracted towards the bigger wire. Okay, khatta bol biatin. Suppose I have a infinite wire, current to I1 tiltin. So now I have a square loop here. So square of distance A tiltin aji is square of side A. Okay, then question. Let's say here current is going like this. I2 to itaji na. So A, B, C, D tiltin. So find net force on square loop. Okay, so that is the question. Kutila loop by village wire to is ma side lium na. So I can break this square into 4 small wire na, smaller wire na. So AB to card, BC card, CD card, AD card. Okay. As a magnetic field so due to infinite pahe, it is like this na. So Z lang into the plane, V lang out of the plane. Kutila hichi small square pahe, magnetic field hi time tacha. Okay, so something like that. So this B is due to the first one. So mu naught into I1 divided by 2 pi into A. Okay. So now we have to find force on the square. Indivisible nga holo na. So net force on the square will be force on AB plus force on BC plus force on CD plus force on DA. So his line head you got so AB to CD beta. So they are exact same length. Okay. Same length, same current, upon inside the same magnetic field. So that means the force is a magnitude wise evaluation ki bang chat so. Okay. I want direction to evaluation. So DL cross B. L cross B. L cross B apply evaluation. B to inward is force will be like this. Okay. So FAB is upward. Upon CD khulale L cross B will be downwards. So that means force on CD is downward. Kutale HTN ikibangin and they are opposite direction na. So they will get cancelled out. So AB and CD is equal and opposite, so they get cancelled out. Abanachu AD to hin BC hin na. So here B1 hila hi minun I by 2 pi a kasi banga hin na. So here it is actually not this one. As you wire para hai na, as you go away, so the magnetic field decreases. Okay, kutele AD ta hin BC hi a magnetic field ki bang lauta cho. So at AD hila hai na magnetic field at ha. So B1 tilta. So mu naught into I1 divided by 2 pi into A. As so it is at the distance of A. So la na. Ay banga BC pa na magnetic field hai pe ha. So mu naught into I1 divided by 2 pi into 2A. As so BC hi distance 2A a gam hata cho. Square rang so A cho la na la hai. Okay, so you have mu naught I1 by 4 pi A. Abana direction so A dia direction hoi lang ha. So L na cross B. L cross B is towards the left side. So this is FAD. Abana BC hela. So L cross B is towards the right side. FBC. So FAD, LDA, FDA. So I into L into B. B to B1 kola na B1 to. So that means I2 into A into so mu naught into I1 divided by 2 pi A. So which is mu naught into I1 into I2 into A. AA gets cancelled out na. Divided by 2 pi. Direction here towards the left side so na. Sipa here minus I tilde. So minus I Newton. So similarly, F BC should be I2 into A into B2 na to hai. So I2 into A into B2 to mu naught I1 by 2 pi A. 2 pi into 4 pi A zo na. So that means mu naught into I1 into I2. So A gets cancelled out, divided by 4 pi. It's here plus I cap. This is the lang na it's force pa. Okay, what the net force pitam. So plus bolation. So you plus this and this. So mu naught into I1, I2 by 2 pi. It's here minus na. So plus mu naught into I1, I2 by 4 pi. To solve lesson, you'll have minus mu naught into I1, I2 by 4 pi. It's here I cap. Alors minus I cap gì thế nào chứ? Là trong I oma, là trong I om. So that means mu naught into I1, I2 divided by 4 pi into minus I cap. It's the net force that's. So overall it is towards the left side. Okay. Okay. So finally, tilkar I ball dutin so force per unit length na. So suppose I have an infinite wire. Current to I1. Now wire new hitalawin by another infinite wire. I2. Okay. So due to one na magnetic field pa hi itim ta. So right hand grip rule mangna chun hilanga hi it will be inward. On this side it will be outward. Okay. I2 pa hi wire I2 pa hi it is inside the magnetic field of the first one. So this B is due to 1. So let's say separation between them is d due to I want to find out the force on 2 due to 1. So I have to take small element here. Small element to say length is dl due to. Yeah. So due to this dl, force experienced by this small dl due to magnetic field from the first one. Nah. So force on element dl due to. Okay. So df due to na as it's force near hija so. So I into L into B is due to 1. Okay, ILB na. So here I into L into B1 so biham mu naught into I1 divided by so 2 pi D. Okay. So this is DF. Na. Kuta DL pa ko vela ko chun. So DF divided by DL chichu mu naught into I1 I2 divided by 2 pi D. So here this quantity is so this is the force per unit length. Okay. If you want you can remember. And see haokipiit as kan bol jana lai hai. So force per unit length so mu naught into I1 I2 divided by 2 pi D. About the direction of force you lang ha. So L cross B apply lechun so the force will be towards this side. Wire tennis you can I na. So here it is attractive in nature. If this current I2 in this direction, so L cross B will be along this side. So therefore the wire will be apart. So there is a force of repulsion. Now, the current hi same direction hilachun always it will be attractive nature. Na, so current direction so opposite on hilachun it will be repulsive. Okay, not tabanas it not. So if current are same direction, okay, then it will be so attractive force. Okay, if currents are opposite in direction, na. opposite direction ong hila chun, so the force is repulsive force. Okay. Chiten is here vala chun na achichu hizing. So let's try to solve some more questions. Okay, 3 long straight wires carrying current are arranged mutually parallel as shown in the figure. The force experienced by a 15 centimeter long Q. Hotele khatte ni hina wire infinite wire assume theo cha so I can assume like this. Eva Q pa hi 15 centimeter ki pi cha la hina 15 centimeter. So I have to find out the net force on Q. Must have I have done. So force on Q to P ham. So force due to P plus force due to R. Na. Must have due to P hi velachun. P hi current hi tela chita na. So that means on the right side magnetic field is inward, left side it is outward. So that means due to P magnetic field is inward. Okay, so B due to P. Force on okay, BP to that mu naught into I to 3 na divided by so 2 pi into D to P ham. Okay, let's write it. So F on P is F due to P is equals to so I into 1 chula Q current pa here. I into length to 15 into 10 power minus 2 IL into B. So B is due to P, BP na. So that means mu naught into I into I to 3 divided by so 2 pi into D, 3 into 10 power minus 2. So here due to P. So you solve this one. So 2 are 4, 3 gets cancelled out. So 10 power 2 gets cancelled out. So 15 into 2 so 30 into 10 power minus 7. Okay. So 3 into 10 power minus 6 Newton. So force due to R. I into L into B. So B is now due to R. Na B due to R he hulang diha. So current tachi susura na. So therefore on the right side it will be inwards, on the left side it will be outward. So grip rule parts follow na. It will be something like this. So here B due to R is also inward. So mu naught into I to PM 2 divided by 2 pi into D to 2 into 10 power minus 2. Okay, solve this one. So 2 are 4. So 2 gets cancelled out. Minus 2 minus 5. So 2 into 15 to 30 into 10 power minus 7. Nah. So this is 3 into 10 power minus 6 Newton. Kibang chula na. So therefore net force on Q should be the ham. So 3 into 10 power minus 6 plus 3 into 10 power minus 6. That means 6 into 10 power minus 6. Okay. Overall so into the plane. Okay. Hotele force to into the plane hilawe. Attractive repulsive volte chula na. To heavy chun hichi P to hin Q hi opposite direction cho. So opposite hilachun ipita zo. So opposite hilachun it will be repulsive. Okay. So repulsive means due to this force, due to P, it is towards the right side. Abana velachun Q to R is same direction chula na. It will be attractive. So due to R is towards the right. Kotele net force towards the right side na. So towards R ti na cho. So that means this is towards R. Okay. So 6 option B na. Okay, I have last one. 2 very long straight parallel conductors AB carrying so like this. 5 and 10 respectively at distance 10 centimeter from each other. It's here 10 centimeter. The direction of the current into conductor is same. Na kotele So 5 ampere to 10 ampere. Okay. So wire to A to B. The force acting per unit length. Direct question na je. Formula cha pitam. Force per unit length so mu naught into I1 I2 by 2 pi d. Chi long na cho. So mu naught I1 I2 by 2 pi d. So value put leo chun mu naught to 4 pi into 10 power minus 7 into I1 to 5, I2 to 10 divided by 2 pi into separation to 10 centimeter. Okay. So how much is this? 2. So 5 2 are 10. 2 2 gets cancelled out. I have 10 into 10 power minus 5. Minus 2 minus 5. So which is basically 1 into 10 power minus 4 Newton per meter. Na? Okay. Kutile current to same direction chula na. So therefore you will have attractive in nature. Okay. So option B. Okay, chi lecture adding a last topic to Lorentz force. Na. Okay, Lorentz force so yeah. So it is simply that charge na. So if a charge is placed inside both electric field and magnetic field, okay. Just you say na. Suppose let's recall electric field ita okay, this is electric field. So charge kan asong ko yala chun force experienced by the charge pita Q into E chula na. It's electrostatic eyeball. Similarly, if I have magnetic field, suppose a charge Q is here, it is moving with speed V. So magnetic field is present. Force to force to Q into V cross B. Okay. So aniya can combine so if both electric field, okay, and magnetic field are present, okay, so then what is the net force? The net force here, Lorentz force here. So this will be Q into E plus Q into V cross B. Okay, so Lorentz force na direct question solving so the electrostatics force F1 is electric force na, magnetic force F2 F2. So on a charge moving with velocity V can be written as F pacho Q into E na, V pacho Q V cross B hingai na. So answer is C. A uniform electric field and a uniform magnetic field are acting along the same direction. To something like this. E and B so if an electron gets a negative charge, so minus, is projected in the region such that its velocity is along the direction of fields. So V chu chilanga he na. Kutile question chun option hoy na value da chun. Masa pena chu tang B hilanga chi na V jang chu chilanga chi chila. Kutile Q into V cross B pa chu isa deta. V cross B, I cross I hope ha 0 na. It's the same direction chula chi. Angle between them is like 0. Same direction hila chun angle between them is 0 chula na. So here sitang Q into V cross B. So here I can write as QVB sine theta na chi. So theta is angle between V and B so if V is along B, then angle is 0 na. So sine 0 is 0, so force is 0. Magnetic force. Okay. Kotile to electric force pom da cho. Electric force should be so Q into E. To he negative charge chula na. So minus Q into E. So that means minus Q into E kiti so opposite to electric field na cho. So that means it is along this side. Minus E into E. Force pa cho na chi. Atile so as you go along this direction, so there is a retarding force in opposite direction. Kutil a speed to decrease the chula na. So that is the answer, okay? Speed decreases. Okay, you have a last question. electron and charge. Electron moving with speed c by 100. Okay, this is speed na speed is ejected into a magnetic field B of magnitude B zone KP na lah B2. So 9 into 10 power minus 4 Tesla, perpendicular to its direction of motion. Tin volt magnetic field chata ham na che. So B is given. So electron is moving speed perpendicular to magnetic field. So this is V. So V is given as C by 100. Okay, so here electron na. We used to apply uniform electric field together with the magnetic field so that the electron does not deflect from its path. Ko tile electric field so itine apply do ha. So here force to F equals to Q into E na. So here if it is electron, it is minus E into E. Okay, so force will act opposite to electric field. Yeah, so okay, could it say here V cross B? V cross B it is upward na. So here magnetic force is okay. As it V to B to inward za. So V cross B is upward. Okay. Bale next acho hechi ake deflect lo dik dai cho. So we don't want to deflect the electron na khotele electrostatic force chalanga am ngai cho. So that means so this should be minus E into E. So minus E into me means opposite to electric field in na. Khotele electric field cho chung lang tana ke apply nga ta cho se. So this is electric field. Okay, electric field pa na. So kutile E to B hi perpendicular ta chola na. So that means E parallel is wrong, E parallel is wrong. Okay, kutile deflect loading al na. So F B to hin F E here ke bangai chon. They are equal and opposite na. So that it keeps on going like this. Equal bolel chon. So Q into VB is equals to Q into E. So Q gets cancelled out. Velocity to C by 100 na. C to 3 into 10 power 8 divided by 100 into B to that ha. 9 into 10 power minus 4 na. So this is equals to electric field. Soft lesson. So this is 6. 9 3 are 27 into 10 power 2. So this is electric field. Okay, 10 power 2 na last option. Okay, it's on lecture 2 of magnetism. Kit pale remaining part of moving charges and magnetism na so torque hoy boldo. So I hope you understand. So we'll stop here. Thank you for watching.